Sky Blue Fans TV. For the fans, by the fans.
Well, good evening and welcome to another edition of Sky Blue Fans TV. My name's Ken Stewart. We're back again after last night's fantastic show with Gary Thompson, which you can listen back to, by the way, on Spotify. It was fantastic if you missed it. Old Tomo was here giving us all these old stories from the 80s. It was brilliant. So that means our shows have to be moved for the preview of the Norwich, the review of the Norwich game and the preview of the Sheffield Wednesday game till tonight. We have got plenty of guests lined up to talk Norwich and Sheffield Wednesday. Let's bring them in. Claudio, good evening.
Good evening.
Evening, mate. You enjoyed last night? Enjoyed last night, Tomo?
Yeah, we could have gone on for about 4 hours, couldn't we?
I know. He gives very long answers. I know what you mean when he says long answers. Really long answers.
I thought it was funny when I asked him the question on VAR and I said, give me a short answer. And 10 minutes later, he was still giving the answer.
No, he was brilliant. He was brilliant.
It was great. Great value. Great value.
We all enjoyed it. We did. Victoria, good evening.
Evening, Ken. You okay?
Yeah, not too bad. Did you watch last night's show? Did you listen to it?
Yes, it was really interesting. It's obviously a bit before my time, so
yeah.
But it was still really interesting and a great guest.
Yeah, it was. It was really good. Went down really well. And here's someone I know who did watch the show. Tony, Nation Radio. Good evening, Tony.
Ron, how are we?
How are we?
Fine, thanks. Brilliant show last night. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was. It brought back a few memories, didn't it?
Claudia did very well.
And,
yeah. Cheers, thank you.
Yeah. Martin, good evening. Martin Cannon.
Good evening.
Good evening, mate. You watched the show last night as well?
I managed to catch the last 45 minutes. I was out having a meal with my son. It was his birthday. He was 39 yesterday, one of my sons. So.
Right, okay. Yeah, it's a good show. I really enjoyed it.
Great, bloke.
Yeah, brought back. If only we had a goal scorer like that right now.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's get on with it. Miles is in the background tonight, doing all the buttons, so he is listening. Let's get on with the Norwich. Disappointing defeat at Norwich. The few of us here went. Very, very disappointing result in the end. Dad's 10 men. Claudio, what did you think of first of all, the team selection on the day? Are you happy with the team that went out?
Yes, just about, I think. I expected some changes. But I don't know. I mean, I'd like to see Palmer to play down the middle, basically, up front. I'd use him as a false number 9.
Yeah.
I just feel like it's just frustrating because I feel like Robbins doesn't know what to do with the 3 lads up front because I don't think either or any of them are really doing what they should be doing at the minute.
No.
So, but the selection was what it was. I wasn't surprised either way. There was enough on the pitch to win that game, basically, starting 11. And it was quite attack-minded, wasn't it? So
it was.
I like that. I like that. You know, which is I thought it'd be more defensive, but it was just a bit frustrating, wasn't it? But the lineup was fine. I was quite happy with it, really.
Victoria, what did you think of the lineup to start with at Norwich? Would you thought that was a good enough team to win that game?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I suppose there was a few surprises. I was surprised that having lost Sheaf, obviously to injury, that he also took Eccles out, and so went Allen and Torp. I thought he'd have gone Eccles, Torp, but I mean, it is what it is, isn't it? I don't think that I thought the team was good enough. I didn't think I would do it. It's not like in the olden days when we had IL coming in and you're thinking, what's going on there? I don't really feel like that about any player now. So, I mean,
Yeah, I suppose with obviously with Ben Sheaf being out injured, we haven't got many options, have we? To be fair, we haven't got. Tony, I know you were at the game. You stopped the weekend in Norwich. What was your thoughts of the selection of the team when you seen it?
I thought it was very good selection. I thought it was a strong team that went out and started the game. We were doing very well at half time. Get the point.
Mm-hmm.
We took the lead in the second half, but then you just had that niggling feeling because they were attacking. You just had that niggling feeling. You always knew they were going to get back into it, and I think without, even though Kitchen brought the man down, I think if he hadn't, he would have scored anyway. So it is what it is. I thought we did all right, but I thought they, on the day they were probably just a bit too strong.
Yeah, Martin, you were there. You were right next to me, in fact.
Oh, I stood next to you. Yeah.
I know you weren't very happy with the referee.
Well, I'll take that back with the ref. I thought you got that right.
Yeah,
but he was a bit.
Yeah,
he was a bit card sharp, but I think the linesman. I wasn't happy with that linesman because he wasn't keeping up with play.
No.
But I thought their goal might have been offside, their first goal, and it looked like a handball, didn't it? In there,
it did in the build-up. Yeah.
But before all that, it's fine margins. It could have been 3-0 up. Had you right, missed.
Yeah.
I don't know whether it was bad luck or his judgment. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, were you happy with the team selection initially? Would you have played anybody else differently?
Whatever team he plays, I'll go with. I'm always happy with his team selection. So Mark Robbins seems to get it right most of the time, doesn't he? So.
Well, it felt weird because we'd not long since we'd lost, hadn't it? 12 matches?
Yeah.
Lost, and it was a weird feeling coming out losing a game, which is good.
Right, yeah.
We don't lose that many, and it
was it was a bit gut wrenching losing, Yeah,
and we have no lately. Claudio, let's go for the goals then. I mean, obviously, first half. What do you think of the first half performance?
First half, it was just even Steven, wasn't it? I mean, we had a. I thought Sakamoto was like UFC, whatever you call it. It was incredible. They took it in turns to have a go at him, didn't they? Basically,
if I had to have a go at the referee, he didn't give Sakamoto any help at all. Yeah. He did no protection whatsoever. And
the one time he blew up, we had a 2-on-2 situation where we had a break, didn't we? And he pulled us back.
Yeah.
It was. I mean, I thought the first half was it was even. There was nothing in it. I mean, they got Josh Sargent up front, who's everything we need up front. I think.
Yeah.
Somebody mobile, somebody hungry, somebody looks like he's going to score every time he goes in the box. That's what we need, and he looked dangerous for them. But we coped with it, didn't we? Really. I mean, there wasn't a lot happened.
No.
I don't think.
No, I don't.
And it was a typical. Sky blue away performance, the way we've been doing it this season. And that's what I said. I thought the second half would push on. But no, I was quite happy with that first half. Considering what happened there last season, I was happy with that.
It's not been a lucky ground for us over the years, has it, really? Not.
Yeah, and I thought Torp was great. He made some good tackles. There's one, I don't know if you remember it in the first half, where he's right by the corner flag and he does a little flick over there forward and dinks it past somebody else and brings it out. And I thought, he's good, he is. I like him. This guy has been sat on the beach for 5 weeks and he's come in and played 3 matches. Looks like he's been around all season. He's a great find. He's a really good player, I think.
He's coming at the right time as well, hasn't he?
Yeah, really good player.
Because there's no doubt about it that we'll miss Ben Chief. We'll miss him and he's going to be out, a couple of months, we reckon, don't we, at least?
But we will, but I think he can do that role. So we kind of won't because we've got somebody. That's I was pleased about
that. Yeah. Victoria, were you happy with the first half performance against Norwich?
Yeah, well, as far as I could see it, I was out, so I was watching it on iFollow, and the stream wasn't great. So it looked like Claudio said, sort of fairly even. But yeah, it was difficult to entirely tell because the coverage wasn't great.
Yeah, I mean, I thought we did okay. I mean, as Claudia said, I thought it was a typical COD game. I always got the impression we were in the game. We were never out of the game, I don't think. Tony, I mean, you were there. Were you happy with the first half?
Yeah, I thought, going at half time, all square, we can nick it in the second half, and to a certain extent we did. Callum done that bit of magic, and
I was downstairs when I seen it on the screen. I went downstairs to get some food. I was in the queue, and we scored, and I was still in the queue. Seen it on the screen.
But the first half I was more than happy with. Yeah, I thought we held them. There wasn't really, like Claudio and I said, there was nothing in it. Could have both equal. The first half.
Yeah. Martin, you were happy with the first half? Weren't you? Quite reasonable, I think.
Yeah, it's quite reasonable. But Ellis Sims, fans are on his back. Slagging their own fans. I don't agree with people slagging their own players off. Our own fans slagging their own players off because they all got on Troy Deeney's back the other week when he slagged Dabo off. So you got to weigh that up. But he's he'll get. I think he'll come good. He's a young lad. His confidence is probably low, and he ain't going to get any confidence if he gets stick like that.
Yeah, he needs a couple of goals, doesn't he?
Well, he put a statement out in the press today, didn't he, saying that he was enjoying his time. He gets on with the lads, and he just feels he'll get good as it comes on. I mean, it is what it is, but we'll have to wait and see. The jury's out, isn't it? So
yeah.
But if you're going to slag him off. If you want to slag him off to yourself. But not while the game's on. And
no, I think when he's out there on the pitch, everybody's got to get behind him. It's no good having to go at people when Robin's picked him, and he's picked him for a reason, hasn't he? He sees him in training. He sees him every day of the week, so he knows.
Well, the people around by me were saying, "Well, why are you giving Tavares 25 minutes? You ain't loaning him out. Give him 25 minutes. If he's rubbish, take him off."
Yeah, that's a big surprise to me, to be honest, Tony. I expected Tavares to come on. Ideal game for him to come on.
Do you know what?
Could easily.
I think he might start tomorrow night. To be fair.
Yeah, possible.
So I put that question. I put that question to Gary Thompson, didn't I, about Ellis Sims? You got any advice for him? And he said, yeah, they wouldn't have, whoever's gone and got him, they wouldn't have got him if they didn't think he was any good. So, there's got to be something in there, a player in there. He scored 8 goals at Sunderland, didn't he?
Yeah, and they wanted him back, didn't they? So, I mean, he's one of them.
8 goals in 14 matches, apparently, wasn't it?
Yeah. But at Sunderland, he was playing alongside Stewart, and Stewart's a very good forward.
Yeah,
and I think you need somebody with him who's mobile as well, who helps create chances. I'm not sure what his role is. It's all a bit confusing with our 3 strikers.
He plays out wide.
Haji Wright was signed as a goal scoring striker. He wasn't signed as a left winger.
Yeah, but he seems to perform better on the left wing there, doesn't he?
But it still was signed as a striker. That's what I don't understand.
So was Vic though, weren't he? And Vic out on the left.
I think their goalkeeper got lucky yesterday with his shots. That's all I can say.
Look, let's talk about the goals anyway. I mean, it was a fantastic goal from O'Hare, weren't it? Brilliant goal.
Brilliant.
Be reminiscent of the Leicester goal, weren't it? Slightly. Although he was a bit further out.
Yeah, I mean, he took it really well, I thought. And at that stage, when we went 1-0 up, Claudio, I thought we were going to get a second goal here and it would be game over. And we could have, couldn't we, easily?
We should have.
Well, yeah. I mean, we took the lead and it was great because they messed up a throw-in. Torp played a little ball into Callum. Callum had a lot to do, and I thought he'd actually lost it, and he still managed to keep hold of it, and he tucked it away beautifully.
Yeah.
He put it in the spot where Haji Wright should have put his chance.
Yeah.
Because I know you guys are up the other end of the ground. When Haji Wright has that chance, he doesn't hit it. He doesn't hit it. He doesn't put any power behind it. Even if he'd have hit it hard, it could have come off the keeper's foot and probably flown into the net. But there was no pace on the ball. He did so well to get into that position. and then just
the end
completely
product,
fluffed it at the end. But yeah, as for Callum, I mean, yeah, it's just another good goal by Callum. He's seems to be scoring good goals now. You know, every goal is a nice one.
Yeah. Victoria, you enjoyed the goal, I'm sure.
Yeah, definitely great goal. I mean, that's what he's added now, hasn't he, to his game? Those goals is it's what you were saying he was missing before, and he's added that. And like Claudia said, there's some good goals as well. So
Yeah.
When they scored their second goal, Ken, that player annoyed us. Why wasn't he delaying the kickoff, wasn't he?
He was delaying the kickoff, and that I was going to bring that up about the referee. The referee, I thought we're going to talk about the sending off as well. Because at first I thought, we might have got that, but it was definitely. I've looked back at it. He has caught him. It's a red card. That we can't get away from that. The problem I had was the players coming back. You know, was it a last man scenario? Which, looking back at it, it probably was. You probably agree with that, Tony, being a ref, wouldn't you?
Oh, no, I'd say it was a sending off all day long. I think if he'd have got past him, the player coming back wouldn't have got back in time, and I just think Sargent will either hit it and the keeper would have saved it, or he'd have scored. So
and he'd already been booked as well.
He's took one for the team, hasn't he?
Yeah. Which is just
it is what it is.
But saying that, you know, I mean, what did you think of the sending off, Claudia? You straight red card for you, yeah? No problem.
To be honest, the straight red was better for us because if it had been another yellow, it'd have been a bigger ban. So straight red, it had to be. It was either going to be a yellow or a straight red. He was going off anyway.
Yeah, he's going off.
I know Mark Robbins saying he was quick enough to get the card out, but he's going. He knows that's a sending off.
Yeah.
Gavin Ward, weren't it? Gavin Ward, I think, was the ref, wasn't it?
But the problem, for me, the problem was we just made a substitution. He takes Bidwell off. He puts Eccles on as well. The Silvers come on. It didn't look right for about 2 or 3 minutes on that side of the pitch. We were slow recovering from an incident, and they just played the ball through straight away, and both of them were caught napping. They were caught cold, and the defence was caught cold, and we were stretched, and that was happening. And actually, in the first half, they played a lot of long balls in the first half, and it was catching us out. And our midfield were having to recover beyond our defenders to clear.
Yeah.
So it's not like we weren't warned they were trying to go long ball, and we got completely caught out, basically.
Yeah,
it's always a red. I mean, it's a red card. I mean, I'd expect it if it was us.
I mean, Victoria, red card?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, obviously, I had the benefit of seeing the replay straight away, so once I've seen that, you just know.
Yeah.
I suspect maybe Robbins was more frustrated. Like, he obviously made a comment about him being quick to get the card out. I'm sure that he accepts that was a proper red card, but I wonder whether his frustration was more just the lack of protection for our players, the fact that the ref wasn't quick to do anything to protect Sakamoto, and that's more the sort of grievance, and that's why it's come out like that.
Yeah, and I know he's very unhappy about the treatment of Sakamoto, and I was as well. And Martin, we could see it from where we were, couldn't we? The referee was giving Sakamoto no protection whatsoever, was he?
He got no protection. He was getting cut in half, wasn't he?
And the lino didn't help matters either.
No. He just carried on, didn't he? Carried on playing.
Yeah. Now I know you thought initially it wasn't a red card, but have you looked back at it and said what it is a red card?
I'll give it was a red when you know, because that striker was, what was that striker's name of theirs?
Sargent.
Yeah.
He was very quick, wasn't he? You know, he was hard to contain.
Yeah.
And that's the second time. Is it the second time Kitchen's been sent off now?
Yeah, in about a couple of weeks, hasn't he?
Yeah.
He got sent off Sheffield Wednesday, didn't he, as well?
But because it's a straight red, it's only 2, isn't it? Only 2 disqualifications, but not 4.
It's because the only offence was denying an obvious goal scoring opportunity. And the other game is because he got sent off earlier in the season, which basically he shouldn't have done. But that's another story.
That was
I remember that. That was the end of the game, wasn't it?
End of Sheffield.
He got started on by a Sheffield Wednesday player.
A lot of people missed that sending off. Yeah, that's why, because he's been in a short space of time as well, weren't it? 2 red cards, and then
what's he going to make?
We get rid of McFadden as well. He's gone. He's left the club. Simple. But the only person we can bring in now is Binks, isn't it? Really?
He's back for Plymouth, isn't he? He's back for Plymouth, Kitchen.
Yeah, it's back to the Plymouth game. So he'll miss tomorrow night against Sheffield Wednesday, and he'll miss a Millwall game, won't he?
Millwall Sunday, yeah.
So, how about the chances? I mean, we had chances, didn't we, Claudio, to get back in that game?
We did. Do you want to get some comments up first, Kev?
Yeah, come on, let's get some comments. We've got loads of comments.
Loads of comments.
Go on.
Wayne Vaughan says you had the hairdryer on full, Claudio.
The first one's about you.
Looks like Claudio's been on a motorbike without a helmet. That's from Cop Andy. Rob Nichols has said he's got the Doug King cut. Cop Andy, more like Don King.
I remember him boxing.
This is online abuse, surely. Rob Nichols, wish I had hair to get a Doug King cut.
It's all about you.
That's not easy to say, Doug King cut. I'll tell you, that's hard to say. Benno Tomo, ever since the power cut in Borsal Common, there seems to be a static electric issue.
Oh.
Look, they're all about Claudia.
Wayne Vaughan, gonna call you Claudia tonight. Brilliant. Doug King Sky Blue Army, that's from Assassins Unite. Assassins Unite. I watched a pod with Matt Lettis. He said, why do we do 50 passes, get it in the box where the chaos is?
That's spot on, that is. That was what I found on Saturday. Sometimes we get forward and then we just like mess around like in the corner, just thinking, get it in the box. I mean, really, like people are criticising Sims, but like if you're getting it in the box and he's just wasting every opportunity, then that's a criticism. But I'm not even sure we create enough. We just don't get the ball in the box quick enough and often enough for me. That's a definite criticism.
I do agree with you there.
Adam Shaw, our midfield wasn't balanced. Probably right. Kimberly Owen, hello all. Hello, Kimberly. Phil Taylor, thought we played pretty well even with 10, just the final ball. Finish was like the start of the season. Torp was our best player.
Probably agree with that, to be honest.
Assassins Unite, Torp and Chief, when available, causes a water carrier at best. David Granigan, I think if Kitchen hadn't been sent off, we get at least a point. Torp looked really good. When he settles in and gets up to full fitness, he will be a fantastic player. I think he will be. I've got no problems with him at all. Mark Cunningham, another game of missed chances, poor finishing. Once it clicks, we'll be on fire. Assassins Unite, Sims will tear it up soon, hopefully against Wednesday. It's fantastic getting all these comments. There's loads of comments.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Really good.
Keep on coming.
Scott Brownsword, Robbins didn't pay $4 million for nothing, which is true. And I think it's what a lot of people have said. We're not, they obviously think there's some, well, to be honest, I thought there's something there when we signed him. I was pleased we signed him because of what he did at Sunderland. And he was unfortunate. He went back to Everton and sat on the bench for 6 months, which didn't help.
Yeah.
I think he's probably been asked to play a slightly different role than he's probably ever played anywhere else here as well. So he's having to learn that as he goes along. So, I mean, I think that once it clicks, we'll see what we've bought him for. It's just unfortunate that
What I will say that this new player we've got from Peterborough, and I know Robbins was very disappointed, weren't he, Tony, that he wanted.
Yeah, I mean, Mark Robbins was fuming, but it was obviously Doug King that done the negotiations, and McAtanamy, or whatever his name is, the Peterborough chairman, flamboyant guy that he is, said that we will sell him to you, but on the purse that he's got to come back on loan this season. And basically, if he didn't go back on loan, we weren't going to get him.
Yeah.
So, and Robbins wasn't happy with that, but there you go. It is what it is, and he'll be back for pre-season training next season.
It would have been interesting.
He's got to fire us into the Premier League next season and get your money back, Ken.
But why is he buying a strike? Why is he buying a striker when he spent loads of money on Alice Sims and Hadji Wright? What does that say to you? What does that say to you?
Apparently, he plays on the left wing, is his natural position. He just scores a lot of goals from that position.
He's
and
the top
also,
scorer in Peterborough.
Yeah, but also their chairman and owner, basically, I listened to a podcast of his, and he was saying he sells players on his terms. If they're in contract, he tells any club. He did the same with Ivan Toney. if you want him, you're going to have to pay for him on our terms. He doesn't let anybody go for next to nothing.
So if that guy comes in on the left, where does Haji Wright go?
Probably down the middle where he should be.
He'll have to be down the middle, won't he?
I think the thing is as well, as angry as Robbins is about the way that's worked out and probably as frustrated as he is, if we'd have left that to the summer, we'd have probably lost out to somebody else in that deal. The fact we've snapped him up.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it'll get over that once he's actually here in the summer, because that's a great bit of business.
Yeah.
I think the squad's good enough to get in the top six. If, like as someone said, if Haji Wright and Ellis Sims start firing, right, there's no stopping us because we're making the chances. It's just at the moment, it's just it seems that the midfield players, and Callum O'Hare's been brilliant because Callum O'Hare in previous seasons was doing everything apart from score. Now he's scoring, and the midfield's Sheaf, O'Hare, they're all scoring goals. And we need the strikers to start firing. If that happens,
do you think that the strikers, the midfielders, are actually making chances for themselves as opposed to chances for the strikers? Because I can't think of lots of chances that Sims has missed. It seems like the midfield players are creating chances and scoring them.
Well, there was one he missed against Sheffield Wednesday in the FA Cup when he should have just hit it first time up at their place.
Yeah, but I can only think of a handful of seasons. I'm not thinking do you remember back in the season where we got relegated and Bellamy, every time we went through, you're thinking he's not going to score this chance, and he missed so many. Yeah. I don't feel the same with Sims. I don't feel like every game I'm thinking he's missed chance after chance. I just don't feel we're creating chance after chance for him.
I'd say midfielders are certainly shooting from distance. That's what I would say. So that they're making a bit of space and they're letting go. I mean, Tor the other day against Norwich, that shot just before half time, it just went over the bar, I think. And midfield. We were moaning that the midfielders weren't scoring last season, but the midfielders scoring this season, and we now the strikers ain't. The last season the strikers was. So
we need to find a mix.
Well, and you got to remember Big Vic. How many chances did he miss? One-on-ones.
Oh,
I know a lot.
Yeah, and he missed one in the final where we had this shot, and Matty Godden where he usually puts it away in the final. Right?
So all strikers chances, yeah. So we've got to stick with him. We've got to bear with him, and I'm sure he'll come.
If he was a bit braver, he would have done a scissor kick, wouldn't he, Ken, on Saturday? That shot he missed. He could have done an Ian Wallace, couldn't he, and banged it in.
Brilliant.
Got more comments. Maths debating 1, 2, 3. Sims has to start more often. Much better than Godden. Sims' all-round performances, apart from finishing, has been decent. Shows more attributes than Godden. The thing is, Sims and Wright are the future, aren't they? Now.
Yeah.
Godden's lost his pace, but I do think he's still probably the best finisher in the club. But the way we play now, over top, Godden's lost his pace, and I think he'd be gone at the end of the season. To be fair,
they should have done a deal with him, with Peterborough for that striker. Send him back to Peterborough.
Swap Godden.
Godden, yeah. That's probably his level now,
Yeah.
David Granigan, Fabio should get a start tomorrow, and Kelly, as he could be good for us going forward while Sheaf is out. Scott Brown soon as Kitchen got red carded, you knew it was going to happen. I think we all had that feeling.
I agree with that one.
Maths debating 1, 2, 3. Agreed, David. Kelly stepped up last time. People from outside thought he was playing all season when he stepped up last time.
I mean, we have got.
He's had no minutes at all, has he? I mean, I'm surprised he's not giving him a run out. Yeah,
I'm surprised he never played against Sheffield Wednesday in the first game. To be fair, in the FA Cup.
Well, I did hear that Kelly was going to be released or go before transfer deadline day last week, but because of the injury to Ben Sheaf, they've kept him. Yeah.
Well, fair enough. I mean, he can't really afford to get rid of him, can he? If he's got a bad injury, if we get another injury, we're well in it, aren't we?
Yeah,
we can't afford it more.
So Wayne Vaughan has said Kelly instead of who, David? David Granigan. Kelly was a key part to us getting where we did last season. Kelly instead of Alan. I mean, he could have sat in there and done that role Saturday, to be honest. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, he could have. He'd probably do a good job, to be fair.
I mean, me personally, David Granigan. Sorry, what was that? There's a comment from David Granigan, and definitely a red card, unfortunately. I was thinking, imagine if we did go up. Me personally, looking at that squad, you got the 3 defenders apart from Bidwell would be okay. O'Hare, Sheaf, Torp, okay. And I mean, for me, that's about it out of that squad. It'd have to be a complete rebuild. I'm not sure Wright, Sims, well, definitely not Godden. Eccles wouldn't be up to it, Premier League. So we'd have to do Nottingham Forest, wouldn't we? We'd have to sign 120 million pounds worth of players. It's true. That's how it is.
What do we get? 200 million? We can do that, can't we?
We get 120 million.
120 million.
I mean, if you finish 4th bottom, you're getting the 120 prize money on top.
Yeah.
So, you know. But anyway, that's off in the distance. Mark Cunningham, the ref was a homer. Well,
Gavin Ward, weren't it?
Phil Taylor, Sakamoto never gets any decisions, no idea why he got. And the funny thing is, he got hammered most of the game, and the first time you think, he bought that one, he gets a free kick. I just think the referees are terrible. They're just terrible.
Yeah.
There was a couple of cards that they should have got for chopping down.
Definitely. David Granigan, and it was the same last season with Big Vic. Refs don't do anything. Yeah. Assassins Unite, Sakamoto must be rested against Wednesday. Oh, I don't. No, we'll talk about that in a minute.
Well, our friend Mr. Wagner, the Norwich manager, has come out and said that he targeted O'Hare and Sakamoto because they were the dangerous players to Norwich, right? So read into that what you will, but he definitely
apologised for the sexy football thing.
Oh, that was brilliant, weren't it? In the ground,
but everyone started singing when we were 1-0
football and we took the lead. It was brilliant, wasn't it?
Gordon Tully, Art Sakamoto needs more protection from the referees.
Agree.
And Michelle Cadden. Is anyone we know there? Hi everyone.
That's my daughter-in-law.
I know. Hi everyone. Callum O'Hare is really stepping up and still my daughter's favourite player. We're desperate for him to sign a new contract. However, we think he'll end up going. I've got to say, he is trying. He's, if he leaves at the end of the season and carries on playing like he's playing, I'd give him a massive round of applause because it's not like he's hung up his boots already, has he? And he's got his big cigar out looking for the big move. He's putting a shift in every game, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
I was a little bit worried at the Bristol game because I thought he was a bit distracted, and I thought has his head been turned. But I think as soon as the window, against Norwich, he was back to his best. So it was just that little glitch for that one game. So, like you said, if he plays like that to the end of the season, and then gets himself a move where he wants, we can't complain too much, can we? We might all be a bit gutted, but it's not like he doesn't deserve his chance.
Yeah. Anyway, we've got a couple more comments before we have a break.
Yep. We'll live and die in these towns. The positive was it wasn't a mauling like it was last season at Norwich, so there's improvement there alone.
Yeah.
And Stephen McGovern, was Sims getting better service at Sunderland? Well, I think he was. So they got 2 wingers who put the ball in the box.
Yeah. We dilly-dally a bit, don't we, before we get it in, as Victoria said. I think Godden has passed his sell-by date, says Robin.
Possibly. Are we having? Yes. Assassins Unite next season when the squad has settled down with the additions of Clark, Burrows, and Howley back, plus the likes of Roos included, will be in a strong position.
Yeah. Right. Okay. There is a guess the gate for tomorrow night. Anybody out there want to guess the gate tomorrow night? Get your entries in now, please. We had the last winner was Reese, who's himself for Scarborough Fans TV mug. That'll be on the way to him shortly. So if anybody whatever gate, it's going to be difficult. I don't know how many Sheffield Wednesday are going to bring. I'm not sure how many they're going to sold because they've got a game on Friday as well. So it'll be interesting to see what sort of gate we get tomorrow night. I don't know how the home tickets are going because I know a few people are not going, but then again, so I think all of us here are going, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely got the tickets.
It will be interesting to see what the gate is. Get your gate guesses in. You can win yourself a mug, and we'll give the answer out on Miles' show on Thursday. Right, okay, let's have a short break with the ads, and we'll be back to talk about Sheffield Wednesday.
Sky Blue Fans TV. For the fans, by the fans.
Yeah, good evening. Welcome back to Sky Blue Fans TV. We've been talking about Norwich City defeat, our first defeat in 12 games in the first half of the programme. Now we're going to go and move on to the FA Cup game tomorrow night. First of all, I'm just going to remind you about George and John statue appeal, which we're going to put a little poster up in a minute. Anything, if anybody wants to donate, please donate, and you can go to there is a link on there. It says on there all the details, and you can donate directly to that account number if you wish. Anything will do, £5, £10, whatever you've got spare. I'm not sure where we are on the appeal yet, but I'm sure they're getting very close. They must be getting very close to what they need, but they're still a little bit required. So anything you have to donate will come in handy. Thank you. Right, okay, FA Cup tomorrow night, replay. Bit of annoying replay, really, because I thought, Claudio, we should have done the job in the first game, and it's annoying to have another game. But you did predict that, didn't you, if I remember?
Yeah, I mean, I just fancied a draw and another game at home, actually. I quite enjoy watching this play this season. I've been enjoying it the last few years, so the more I can see us play, the better.
Yeah.
6 minutes from the end, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's disappointing to see.
It all got a bit confused, didn't it, with the substitutions on the night?
Yeah.
Too much chopping and changing.
Yeah.
I think that's for tomorrow. Go strong. I mean, he'll play Wilson in goal. I would play Milan. I'd play Bobby Thomas, Binks. I'd actually play De Silva instead of Bidwell. Just give him a break. O'Hare, Torp, probably Allen, stroke Eccles. And then, I mean, do we give Tavares a run up front instead
I
of
would personally, yeah, why not?
Right, Tavares.
And if it's not working, bring him off. You know.
He needs to play a strong side. We need to win this game. We've got such a great opportunity to get to the quarterfinals if we get past Sheffield Wednesday.
And he must know that.
If he puts a weakened team out tomorrow, it's just a joke. I mean, obviously, he'll have to wait for the piece of paper from Doug King under the door, won't he? He'll get the team selection.
I think
been told.
He got criticised last year against Wrexham, didn't he? When he messed about with the team, and when he brought the big boys on, it was too late, weren't it? We ran out of time. You know, we were 4-1 down, 4-2. You know it.
I know people keep going on about, the league's important. I mean, yes, it is. But this is one game, and we've got 16 league matches. We're not playing till Sunday.
Yeah.
And Sheffield Wednesday got a game on Friday. They'll have one eye on that against Blues, a game they need to win.
Yeah.
Forget the league tomorrow. Let's get out of this cup. Let's get out of this round into the next one.
Let's just get by this game. Let's get the strongest team out there, I think, and get rid of them. Get rid of Sheffield Wednesday and concentrate on the.
Get Torpedo on there.
Torpedo. Yeah, he needs to play. Vic, would you play a strong team, as strong as possible tomorrow?
Yeah, definitely. I think, like Claudio said, we've got a great these two games are winnable. Like we should be taking them seriously, like Sheffield Wednesday, and then if we get past them, Maidstone, that's two winnable games. That's the quarterfinals of the cup.
And anything can happen. Yeah.
And there's also a lot of teams here, and potentially that we could get a kind draw. And
Not the big boys. Some of the big boys are playing each other, and they're out.
So we could draw somebody that we could still beat, and that's the semi-final. We get a trip down to Wembley. We've got to take that seriously for me. Like, we're going to kick ourselves if we throw that opportunity away.
Yeah, I do personally. I know people like to concentrate on the league, but no, I think if there's a cup opportunity there, we've got to take it. Why not go for both? I know we probably won't get both, but you've got to go for it, and you've got that opportunity. Martin, would you strong team tomorrow night?
Yes, definitely. I think it'll be a scrappy game. It won't be straightforward. It never is it, with us? Unless we put them out of sight before half time. I can see that talk. He scores classic goals, but we need, like, now we're this far in the cup, we need a Dave Bennett up front, don't we, on the wing.
Would you play Tavares tomorrow? Would you give him a shout?
He's got the pace. I don't know. Maybe. But that's on the manager, isn't it? If he plays him, he plays him. A lot of people think we're going to lose tomorrow. People I've spoken to, they said, "Oh, I think we'll get beat." It's negative. It's negative. You've got to be positive.
It all depends on Robbins. If he puts a weak team out, then we will probably get beat. But
they've lost the last 2 or 3 away games 4-0.
Yeah,
they are absolutely rubbish.
They got battered. Yes, the other day they got battered at Huddersfield, didn't they? 4-0.
They're very poor away from home.
There's no excuses at all tomorrow night. Absolutely, I don't want to hear this. Oh, every game's a difficult game. They're rubbish. They are absolutely. They're second from bottom in the league. They are rubbish. I hope that Andrew's listening. You are rubbish. Sheffield Wednesday are rubbish.
Let me just check the private chat. Hang on.
The cup is a different ball game. It always has been. You know that. The FA Cup's always different. Even because we play the smaller teams, we get beat.
We've got aspirations of being in a position higher than where we are now. We have to start taking the bull by the horns and taking these teams down.
Yeah.
Stop this nonsense of bigging up other teams all the time. I'm not talking about us here. I'm talking about sometimes our management.
Yeah.
They aren't good enough to be in this division. We've got to do them in. Time. I want to do the team talk tomorrow. I'm going in there.
Quickly, Tony, strong team for you tomorrow, yeah?
Definitely. I mean, that's all we ever knew, Ken, weren't it, years ago? Yeah. There was none of this resting players. Full-strength team as much as he can. The only difference is I would play Tavares because he's got blistering pace. Be interesting to see how they cope with him. And then if it don't work after half an hour or half time, take him off. And
back in the day, Martin.
Or even
it's not the first round or the third round, is it? You've got to play your full team now. You're knocking on the doors of the big club now.
Yeah.
Or even bring him on after 60 minutes, if he wants to play whoever he wants to play. Yeah. But give him a run out because he hasn't sent him out on loan. He's not getting game time.
Yeah, well, he's kept him for a reason. Obviously, he could easily have gone on loan, which I thought he might have, but he's kept him for a reason. So because he probably wants to use him. So ideal opportunity tomorrow, I think, to use him. If it doesn't work,
I want my grandkids to see us play against the Premier League side for a change.
Get Oscar in the team, Martin. He'll do well.
That'd be nice.
Oscar, keep scoring like that, it will be.
More comments, I think.
Yeah.
I'm sure Robin's messing about with the strikers too much. Needs to play Sims more consistently.
See, people are backing Sims, you see, even though he had a bad game.
Yeah.
Still backing him.
Assassins Unite, George and John's Sky Blue Army. David Granigan, agree, Adam. Sims should start every game. It's the only way he will improve. It's true. He's got to I think we've got them now. You can't do anything about it, but you've got to play them. And just give him a run of games. I mean,
I think it's with Sims as well. He's young, isn't he? He hadn't actually played that many games at any sort of decent level before we came here. Like, unless he starts playing regularly, that's how you learn, isn't it? So that's what he just needs. And also, I suppose, to a degree, for his confidence, he probably needs to feel like he is the main striker. If Robbins was like, I'm playing you week in, week out, that gives him some confidence, doesn't it? And the manager got belief in him. I think he could probably do with that as well.
Yeah.
I just get the feeling he's going to start with the Hadji Wright and Godden tomorrow night. I just get that feeling.
I've got a feeling Godden will play tomorrow because he didn't take any part last game. So
I would play Tavares, but I don't think he'll play Sims from the start. I think he'll put Godden in.
Assassins Unite, we've got to go for it tomorrow. Wednesday will rest a lot. Exactly, they will rest the players because they're playing on Friday. Robin Fletcher, Tavares could be a hidden gem, I think. I think he's going to be, given the chance, he's going to come really good, that lad.
Well, I think Robin's got to trust him, hasn't he, and play him more. That's
David Jackson, Torp is a big positive, looks balanced, good frame, skillful, moves across the pitch beautifully, great right foot also. That's it. I said that from the first few minutes that he's upright, isn't he? He's already looking to put somebody in. He just looks a player. Yeah,
he's a couple of steps ahead of everybody else, isn't he?
Yeah. Phil Taylor, Robbins was pretty fired up at the end of the draw after the booing of Casey. Said we'll give them a good go here. He went a bit Kevin Keegan. I'd love it if we beat them. Yes, he did, Hector, even all.
Hector.
PUSB. Mark Cunningham. Tavares should get the least 45 minutes playing on the left wing. And Hector at Phil agreed the way he said that comment. Strong team out, I think. I think he will. I'd be surprised if he doesn't.
Yeah.
And Dave Granahan, do you think we have the squad to do both league and cup? As I don't think with extra games seems to go against us with injuries. I mean, Middlesbrough got to the semi-final of the Carabao Cup, didn't they? It can happen.
Yeah,
we could win tomorrow, beat Maidstone, and get the worst team left in the draw in the quarter final.
Oh, you just need a little bit of luck.
What I want, to be honest.
Yeah,
then we're at Wembley.
Exactly.
And and what that did to us last time. Remember when we got to a cup final? It was brilliant. So
you could sacrifice the cup game, couldn't you, for like the league? And then you fall short, like we finished 7th or something, don't make the playoffs, gave up the cup for that, and then you just go for everything. I mean, you never know how it's going to play out, and we might come to regret it and fall short at everything. But I think each game, you've got to go into each game strong and to win, because then that builds a winning momentum, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That'll play good stead in the league.
Well, this is the beauty of the FA Cup, because you can have Maidstone. They went to Ipswich, right? Who were flying second in the Championship at the time. Maidstone beat them, right? So we get to semi-final, we get a big club. Anything can happen in a 90-minute game. We can win 1-0, and we're at Wembley in the semi-final.
Exactly.
You just need a little bit of luck sometimes.
I watched the Maidstone game, and I was saying Ipswich hit the post about 3 times and hit the bar, and it was deflecting out of play for corners. And I said, Maidstone are going to win this game. Ipswich have got no luck today. If I was sitting here as an Ipswich fan watching this game, I'd be worried, because they piled into Maidstone for the first 20 minutes or so, and just nothing was working for them. And then Maidstone got the other end, one chance, score. And you're just thinking, sometimes that's all you need, a bit of luck, don't you? And we can have that against anybody.
Yeah. That's how it's the Villa. We hope it's the Villa, don't we?
Jamie Allen and O'Hare, they said at that fans forum, they said they'd rather go up than win the FA Cup, because it's worth more money to them, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I don't care what they think. I want to win the FA Cup.
You've already won it.
You can't guarantee everything, can you?
We'll win it again. We'll win it again.
Assassins Unite, or Big Ron, when Richard Key said Cobb didn't try. Who was man of the match? Dave Besant, thanks very much, and throws a headset.
I remember that.
I remember that.
I remember that interview, Southampton live game.
Adam Shaw, getting bored of playing Wednesday now.
Yeah, me too, Adam.
I'll just, because I had a quiz prepared for the Wednesday fan, but they didn't turn up. A bit like their midfield when we beat them at their place.
Well, can you give us a few of the questions then, Claudia?
I will do, but I'll just show you this. This was my first FA Cup away match I went to. Was at Sheffield Wednesday, 1974.
Yeah.
Was that 0-0, Claudio? And
it was 0-0, yeah.
Playing the replay.
Yeah, and the programme I got missing, this is a copy of it that Jim Brown sent me. That's the single sheet I've got missing from the replay. I mean, that Andrew was going on about they're a huge club, and we played them in the mid-70s. I'll get the gate up. Hold on a minute. I wrote it down.
Is this when he went to the games in the 70s?
Yeah, well, apparently.
We beat them in the replay, didn't we, Claudia?
3-1. So we played them on a Tuesday lunchtime because of the power
because of the power cuts. Yeah,
and we had 13,500. You got to think people are working midweek. So it's, and then the first game on a Saturday, there was less than 17,000 at Hillsborough. So I don't know where he gets this. We've always had massive crowds.
Was that the year we lost to Man City on a Wednesday afternoon in the quarterfinals, 4-2
of the League Cup? Yeah.
Yeah, that was the League Cup.
Well, I've got
comparison as well, wasn't it, Cloudy?
Yeah, well, Francis Lee dived, didn't he, in the away game? Penalty.
Francis Lee dived. Well, that was nothing new, was it?
So I've got some questions. If Miles sticks them up,
okay, his questions up.
They're in the balance. Right. Question 1: when did Wednesday Football Club become known as Sheffield Wednesday? Now, I could give you 3 dates. So 1909, 1919, or 1929.
Didn't you ask that the other week? So that
no.
I'm going to.
Sorry?
29 for me. 29 for me.
09 for me.
19.
I'll go 09. 09.
What would you say, Tony?
1919.
It was 1929.
Ah.
Oh.
Yeah.
What a strange name for just. There used to be the Wednesday Cricket Club originally.
Ah. Okay.
So, question 2: how many times have Sheffield Wednesday won the FA Cup?
4.
Andrew was rabbiting on about that. I can't remember what he was saying.
2.
Martin?
4.
Did he say 3 times?
It was 3 times. Yeah.
3 times.
Right.
What off?
Question 3: in 1964, what was the scandal that the club was embroiled in?
Did it involve Andrew?
He might be watching, mate.
He'd know this, and he'd try and make an excuse for it. It's a hard one if you're not a Sheffield Wednesday fan, I think, unless you know them.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to get that one.
Basically, it was a betting scandal. They betted against themselves against Ipswich Town, and it was Peter Swan, David Lane, and Tony Kane. They got banned. It was probably one of the first times ever. And Peter Swan was an England international at the time.
Oh, okay.
And, they got banned from football till about 1974. It was not unlike what's his name, Ivan Toney. We got 8 months. Question 4. Yeah, then. Since 2001, name the 2 ex-Coventry City players who have managed Sheffield Wednesday.
2001.
2 ex-Cov players.
Carlton Palmer managed that.
Palmer, yeah. That's one, isn't it? I think
Mickey Adams, wasn't it?
He didn't play for Sheffield Wednesday, did he?
Sheffield United, wasn't he? Mickey Adams, Sheffield
United. Since 2001.
Yeah. Which 2 ex-Coventry City players? Name the 2 ex-Coventry City players who have managed Sheffield Wednesday.
Carlton Palmer, one of them.
Is what?
Are you telling me, or are you guessing?
I'm telling you, Claudio. Yes.
Carlton Palmer's. I think he is was this other player a midfield player?
One was a midfielder, one was a defender.
Oh,
right, so Carlton Palmer's your midfield player. Probably
defender.
Right, the answers are Terry Yorath and David Jones.
Oh,
David Jones was the defender, yeah.
David Jones.
Yeah, we signed him from Everton in about 1970.
Was that after he was in the Monkeys?
Martin, it weren't the same man, mate.
I know you're a music man.
Well, I try to be, don't I?
And I've got one more question, I think.
Go on then.
With which club did Barry Bannon make his full professional debut?
I don't know that one.
Weren't he at Villa? Weren't he at Villa to start with?
Oh, bang on, Ken. It was Aston Villa.
Really? Wow.
What are you trying to tell me, Ken?
So
well,
that gives you...
I I knew he was friends with O'Hare. That's why.
Yeah, that gives you more reason to hate him tomorrow night. I thought I'd put that in for the last question.
So boo him tomorrow night every time he touches the ball. We got any more comments?
That's the last quiz question.
Right,
I feel sorry for Barry Bannon because he's the best player they've got.
probably is, to be fair.
This is from
He's
Wayne
that's
Vaughan.
long
Make sure you
time.
do your hair before you go into the changing room. That'll lift the team. I'm putting the hat on.
Put your hat on. That's better.
We'll live and die in these towns. Play Tavares on the left, Sakamoto on the right, Palmer in the role, Penroll behind Godden. Have players like Wright and Sims on the bench. Mini 1978, sending good vibes for a 2-0 win.
That'll do me.
Phil Taylor, professional footballers should be able to play 2 games of football a week. Yes, I mean, they do say they want to play. It's not them who don't want to play. It's for some... I think they've just got it in their heads now, the psychologists and the physiotherapists and all this, the ists and whatever they call themselves, have just decided that footballers can't cope anymore.
Well, they used to... If they're not playing, they've got to be training, haven't they? I'm sure they'd rather play than train.
David Granigan, I think we can afford to go half stretch tomorrow and still win. Play the likes of Kelly and Tavares.
Did talk good to play a full game.
Or you win the FA Cup is
there forever.
If you win the FA Cup, it is there forever, as we know. Exactly. If you win the cup, it's there, isn't it?
Nobody ever forgets it, do they?
Yeah, exactly. Assassins Unite. Sheffield United used to be a test match venue.
It did.
Oh.
It was. Ken O'Tomo, yes, I've got loads of guesses for. Actually, Ken, what's your guess?
My guess is 23,105.
Vicky?
I don't think it'll be very high because Sheffield Wednesday aren't bringing many, are they? So I think about 18,400.
According to Miles, they've sold 4,000 tickets.
Have they?
4,000?
Apparently. Martin?
Really?
24,000.
What, dead on?
450 they've sold.
Oh, 450.
Read it right.
Oh, okay. I'll redo that. 21,000. Put me down for 21,000.
Tony, what's your guess?
16,750.
16,750.
750, yeah.
450. That's terrible. We'd send more than that, wouldn't we, for a replay?
Yeah, of course. We'd sell out.
Because I'll tell you what's happening now. Because there's fans who don't get the opportunity that much on a Saturday, you're getting fans going to games where they probably wouldn't normally go because there's a chance of a ticket.
Yeah.
And, so I think, I must admit, I know it's frustrating for some, and we're all probably in a position where we can always get a ticket. But,
so apparently we haven't sold many tickets at all. If you go online and have a look at the map of the stadium, there's hardly any tickets sold. So I'll be lucky if there's even 9,000 there tomorrow night, to be honest.
Oh,
I think
it's looking poor.
I think it'll be more of a walk-up thing, won't it?
And for your comment about Ipswich fans, I was out with Ipswich fans on Saturday night, and they were absolutely shell-shocked when they got beat by Maidstone. They couldn't believe it. They were like, all weekend they were down the club and stuff, and they're all going, I can't believe we've got beat by non-league team. So they were absolutely shell-shocked. Because don't forget, Maidstone had 2 shots on target and both goals went in. And I think Ipswich had about 40 shots.
Miles said that we had the same last season with Wrexham.
Do you think that's worse than us getting beat by Sutton United? Do you think that's worse?
No. Because we were
these were playing Leamington last season. Maidstone, the same league as Leamington last season. I mean, Leamington got relegated.
Oh, right. Bloody hell.
And they're bottom half of that league as well, I think.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Oh, Mark
Uh,
Harrington.
Got a few more guesses coming in at me for the attendances. A few more questions, a few more comments.
Question for you all: if it was down to who? Sorry. Question for you all: if it was down to you, what would be your lineup for tomorrow? Well, I think I did mine. Does anybody else want to jump in?
I'd just play the strongest team possible. I would play. Also play. I don't know if anybody else thinks they should play Casey Palmer. I think Casey Palmer should start.
Yeah, Casey Palmer should start.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely.
definitely because of the injuries to Ben Sheaf. I mean, I would play Palmer anyway. He's always likely to pop up with a goal, and like someone said, he can play.
As long as his passes right, you know, he'll be okay.
Only he'll annoy on money because they don't like him.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Let's see how he does at the.
But I hope you don't make a meal of it, you know, and start giving all this and that. Because I don't like players. The some Norwich players did that to us, didn't they, Ken?
Yeah, if he scores.
And I've seen him after the game, by the way, Martin. He walked past me.
Yeah.
Outside the hotel. That
Who was that?
That guy, that Spanish
Guy
one that scored for Norwich. We were staying at the Old E, and he put his head down because Fat Baz started singing Sky Blue Army.
Regarding Casey Palmer, in the second half, when he came on, he made 3 brilliant runs, and then typically his final pass always lets him down.
Should have
He
scored.
doesn't measure him, does he?
But what he does though, he then loses the ball and doesn't really battle to get it back. He sort of flings his arms around. You know, we've got to get past that. If you do a bad pass, just get on with it. Get your head down, try and get the ball back, win it back. You know,
Callum does that the whole game, doesn't he?
Yeah, I mean,
he loses it.
If Casey starts putting those balls through, he becomes a hell of a player.
Yeah.
Those runs are great. Those runs are brilliant. It's just that last touch, that last ball. And I think, on the whole, a lot of the players like that in our team. We're almost really good, aren't we?
And the only question with Palmer is whether he lasts the whole match, which he don't normally, does he? He normally tends to bring him off for the last 10, 15 minutes, doesn't he, in games? Well, he has been lately. So
you might bring him on, like, you know, second half or something.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what he. But I'd go strong as possible. I would, and if it's not, obviously, if we get a few goals, then they can take them up, start resting on.
Would you go like Thomas Binks at the back, or what do you think? Or
I think Binks has got to come in for me. I don't know what everybody else thinks. I think Binks.
Yeah, got no option really, unless he puts Latty there.
I'm just listening to what Miles came on and said. I'm just flabbergasted as to why we haven't sold any tickets for a very, very important game. Why would that? And because you know this is money for the club,
especially the price. Well priced.
You know, and especially how they treated Casey Palmer in the first match. Why isn't the supporters get behind the team tomorrow night if they haven't sold that many tickets? I don't know. I'm just going on what Miles has said. It's not.
It's not too expensive. It's not too expensive, is it?
No, it's only £13 if you were a season goal. That's about 14 quid.
Just having another look. I'm just having another look. Hold on a sec.
It's a bit disappointing if that's the case.
Yeah.
Definitely. I think if there's less than 10,000 tomorrow night, I'll be really disappointed about that.
I think I've heard rumours of about 16,000, but you know, let's well,
that corner's almost sold out. You know, the noisy end.
Gordon Tully really struggled to get 3 seats together in the north stand, so I don't know.
Stoke tickets are on sale today. That's the only ones.
I'm just looking now. So Singer's Corner all the way up to block. Where are we? Blimey. Zoom out, you bugger. So Singer's Corner's sold out. Obviously, that's going to be sold out because everyone wants to sit there nowadays. And then you go back to behind the goal. There's loads of seats behind the goal. The opposite corner to Singer's Corner. There's a load of seats halfway up to the back. Behind the goal, there's loads of seats. Looks like, I don't know what they're doing in the main stand because obviously it's saying there's no seats behind the dugout, but there is two opposite the Singers Corner. There's loads of seats.
Block 20, is that all sold out around there?
And
Morris?
at family zone, there's loads of seats. It's not letting me zoom back out. 2 secs. Let me go back. Sorry if I sound hoarse, guys. If anyone's listening, I'm sorry if I sound a bit rough. Okay, so block 21, 22, and 23, there's still a few seats left, but 24, 25, and 26 is loads. From 28 round to 34, there's loads, and 35 to 37, there's quite a few left. There's nothing behind the dugout, so unless they're gonna, like they did that game, I can't remember which one it was now, they put a load of advertising up there. Looks
They
like
might
they
put
haven't
top
opened
ball
those.
in there.
Yeah, and then opposite Singers Corner to the opposite corner on the other side, there's loads of seats left in the those 3 blocks. So,
Yeah,
so
not
there's
a good
loads of
price.
seats. Now, by the looks of it, you're probably looking at probably about, excuse me, sorry. So yeah, blocks 1, 2, and 3. There's quite a few seats left. So, and it's 13 quid a ticket. It's a real good price.
Yeah.
But yeah, probably 15,000 at most, I reckon. Probably.
I think the
It
problem
seems
you've
to be
got
a lot of tickets left.
It's 16 now, Mo. That was for season ticket holders on the day, but that went up, didn't it?
Yeah,
I think
but still, it's
I'm sticking with
15 plus 1
I'm
pound
sticking
booking
with
fee. So.
16,000 anyway.
the
16,000.
problem you've got, if it don't get a big crowd, it's on the telly, and a lot of people now, when it's a school night, they don't take the kids anymore, which I find odd. My old man used to drag me, didn't matter when it was. That's why I did really badly at school.
All their midweek
on the
games.
telly, though, isn't it? It's not on the
Don't
telly.
we get
Is
the
it?
win?
Yeah, it is. I'm sure it is.
No, it's
I'm
not.
sure it's on somewhere.
It's on one of the, I
I
think it's
don't-
overseas.
Yeah.
So if we win this, is that replay? Is that Maidstone game a week next Monday?
Monday nights on
Yeah.
ITV.
A week.
A week,
Monday.
A week
yeah.
next Monday.
ITV4, yeah.
We're playing
Yeah.
on the Monday, the Friday that week. West Brom. on
So
the Friday.
Preston to be cancelled, which was the 23rd, wasn't it?
Which was Legends Day,
and
by
then-
the way.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So then and then it's moved to the Maidstone is on the Monday and on ITV4. So
Yeah.
no,
There's
you've
a
heard
good
enough from
comment
me.
by David.
Yeah, I get.
There's a comment by David Granigan, which is a good comment. There's that one as well. Backline as normal, other than Binks for Kitchen. But he makes yes, that's the one. People moan about prices of league games. A night like tomorrow's a perfect chance to go.
Yeah.
It is, that's true.
No,
I mean,
no doubt about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's.
I don't think people can moan about the price, to be fair. It's a good price.
Get
Lots
bombs
of
up
bloody
there.
goals tomorrow as well.
The way to do it is that you get priority for the next round.
Yeah.
You know,
Trump-
simple.
They've done it on. Let's do it on the points, aren't they?
Well, if they got to the semi-final, they'll be waiting for tickets, wouldn't they, for Wembley, wouldn't they? They'll all be queuing up, wouldn't they, then?
Well, they'll
Oh,
have a record. The club will do things like that. They definitely will do that. They'll say points, and they could easily go points plus so many
Ticket.
games in the
FA Cup tickets, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So
Right.
For me, this game tomorrow night, it's not just about getting through to the next round. It's about showing our faith for Casey Palmer, showing
Yeah.
the Sheffield Wednesday fans up yours.
Yeah,
And
I agree.
you know, we should be packing that stadium out tomorrow for support for Casey, to show the Sheffield Wednesday fans who we are, what sort of club we are,
And giving them shit
to go
instead.
to go at them and to really, really lay it on them, because I'm telling you now, they deserve it, and I'm sick to death of it. And it happened again at the weekend for Wimbledon,
It
a
did,
Wimbledon
it did,
player.
yeah.
And I can't remember who else it was now. Another team. It's happened again. It needs to stop. And really, tomorrow night, at the prices it is, I know it's going to be cold. It's going to be freezing. God knows how I'm going to cope tomorrow night, but it's going to be absolutely freezing.
Oh,
And,
they get the boat warmed up, mate.
And the thing is, we should all be up there tomorrow and supporting Casey Palmer, but not just Casey Palmer, the rest of our black players, you know, De Silva, Ellis Sims, to all that. We should be
As
out
you're
there
right,
supporting them all.
Tavares.
Yeah, as you right, we should be supporting them all tomorrow night. And I mean, yeah, we will sell a few on the gate. You're going to sell a few on the gate. If it ain't raining, you're going to get quite a lot of people walking up there, aren't they? So, people might change their minds last minute and go.
Let's pay on the gate tomorrow night.
Yeah, so people are going to go up there and probably do it on the night, because at the end of the day you're still going to get in, ain't you? Because it's going to be a small crowd. But I think really we've got to get up there tomorrow night and show our support for our players and back the team and get us through. Because I'll tell you now, we get to Maidstone, we turn Maidstone over like you guys have. I've been listening to the show; it's been brilliant, and we've got a chance to get into the quarterfinals. After tomorrow night, we are 2 games away from Wembley. I don't care if it's the semi-final, and we might even get to the playoff final. So we could end up going to Wembley 3 times this season. Have a word with yourselves, will you, everyone? I mean, what about that? That's going to be unbelievable.
It took us 30 years to get there again, didn't it?
Yeah.
Final.
Miles, the other incident was at the Baggies Blues game of all matches. I think it was Baggies fans.
It was, correct.
That's unbelievable, isn't it?
Yeah.
That is unbelievable if it was.
Yeah.
Birmingham player.
Enough's enough now. Enough's enough. And tomorrow night, if any people are passing this on tomorrow night, just come up. It's going to be a great atmosphere. Let's get behind the boys. Let's get that place packed out. Let's get it bouncing. I don't care if they bought 400. I don't care if they bought 450 fans. I don't give a damn. Let's just sell as many as we can and just get behind our boys, and let's get through to the next round.
Miles, there's a comment from Assassins Unite there saying only one Wednesday fan was arrested, so I call out the whole fan base. On the night, they were booing Casey Palmer, that replay. And so on the third round,
they did. They booed him when he come off. Yeah, they come off the pitch.
Yeah, they were. They were.
booing him.
As soon as he come onto the pitch,
Yeah,
there was
Because
people
he had
down
the
the right
audacity to complain.
They was booing him for another reason, not the racist incident. There was another reason. They reckon there was another reason up there, but we didn't know what it was.
Not the Friday night, they weren't. The Friday night, there were people, as soon as they come out the tunnel, Casey come out the tunnel for kickoff, and there were some fans to our right-hand side giving it the big un straight away.
Yeah.
And when we knelt down, they all booed. They booed. There was no need for them to boo. And if Assassins Unite says why single them all out when only one Wednesday fan was arrested, because everyone booed.
And I think Barry Bannon will be a target for the COV fans tomorrow night. I do think that. I think he'll be a target.
Just remember that little lad and his mum, Miles. Give him the flowers.
I hope they do come up tomorrow night. I hope the club look after them, and fair play to them. Absolutely brilliant. He was brilliant, that little lad and his mum. Fantastic, and that's what the fan base needs to be. But you've got people in that crowd that were booing him, and we should be up there tomorrow night supporting Casey Palmer and the rest of the team. We should be up there doing it, and we should.
But in fairness, I think we spoke about this on the night when our own fans around us going, "Why are they doing the knee?" Why? And I said to one of them, I said, "Well, they're not doing it for our benefit. They're doing it for their colleague. It's nothing to do with us. They're doing it for their team colleague. Like you'd like to think you'd stick up for somebody at work, wouldn't you?"
So I'm just disappointed that Sheffield Wednesday didn't take the knee at the same time. Yeah. They just stood there like that, and they thought.
They decided not to.
Yeah, exactly. But they've got a load of black players themselves, haven't they?
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
Well, I think it's going to be good. It's going to be good no matter what tomorrow night. It's going to be fantastic, and hopefully we put 5 or 6 past them. To be honest.
Right. Okay. Talking to scores. Let's get some predictions then, shall we? While we're talking to scores. Claudio, what do you think? Tomorrow night prediction.
Are you going by train, Miles?
No, driving tomorrow.
Right, that's just as well, because I'm going to go for extra time. After everything I've said, I reckon we're going to just... Well, I think they're going to park the bus. They're going to play for penalties. That's their way through. So I think they'll park the bus, we'll struggle to score, and we'll finally do it in extra time. So I reckon extra time, 2-0.
2-0 after extra time. Okay, Vicky. You're on mute. 6.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. What was it?
I'm
5-0, okay?
I'm confident. I reckon that we're going to go full pout, and it'll be 4-0.
4-0 Vic.
In 90
That's what I
minutes.
like it.
No extra time, Rubbish. I want to get home to bed.
Yeah, no messing around. Blow them away.
Yeah.
That's what I like it. Martin.
I think it'll be 3-0 at half time.
At half time. Oh.
3-0 at half time, and I think we'll take our foot off the gas the second half. Beat them 5-0.
5-0. Nice. Nation Radio?
Do you know what? I think I'm with Vic, and I just think we're going to blitz them tomorrow night. So I'm going to go 4-1.
4-1.
4-1.
Miles?
I'm going 6-0 Ellis Sims hat trick.
6-0. Well, I'll tell you.
I'll give you 50 quid if Ellis Sims scores that trick, Miles.
Tell you what, absolutely sodom. I don't give a
Damn,
damn.
I'll get a couple.
I was going to say Patrick as well, Tony.
Get your money on 6-0. That must be about 50-1. 6-0.
We better win, or so I'm going to get bombarded with messages from that Andrew.
Is he still contacting you, Miles? I mean, Claudio, is he still contacting you?
Not since the last game, but he will do.
Yeah.
I feel we'll play tomorrow if he'll come and join the party and score later.
Ken, what are you going for?
Yeah, I agree with everybody. I think there'll be plenty of goals tonight. I think we're going to get an early goal. We're going to blow them away. Goodbye, Sheffield Wednesday. See you later. 4-0.
Mark Harrington says 5-1, by the way.
Well, hopefully, if we do what Martin does and we go 3-0 up really quickly, and we all just go home at half time.
Oh, I'm sure we've been 3-0 up at home this season already. And Swansea, what happened? Was it Swansea?
So
game?
Phil Taylor's going 3-1 City. Stephen McGovern 3-1 City.
Yeah.
David Granigan 2-0 win. Sims and Casey to score. We live and die in these towns. Comfortable 3-1 win. Play up Sky Blues.
Yeah.
Paul Hughes horrible 1-0. I could take any win would be great, to be honest.
Ellis Sims' goal decides it.
Phil Taylor, get behind the lads. Agree, Miles. The atmosphere was flat for Bristol City, which hasn't been like us. I also agree, Claudia. The FA Cup ticket allocation should be based on previous cup game stubs. They've got a record now. They know who's bought the tickets. Mark Harrington 5-1. Now, I'll tell you what, I've got to say, that's unusual for Mark.
Yeah.
But he has been right, because at the start of the season, he did what he wasn't sure about Haji Wright or Ellis Sims. I'll give him credit for that. He kept saying to me, are these panic buys? And I was going, no, they're will beaters.
Right, you are.
Sassers United take any win. Wayne Ward, what meds you on, Miles? Rob Nichols' prediction will get more goal than Andrew sells books.
Oh dear.
And Ian Plimlock, hope Miles is right. Alison Berry 2-1. I got to say, it is good to have a positive fan base after Saturday's defeat, because it'd be, it's good. Yeah, Mark Cunningham 5-0 City. Cov Andy 3-1 Cov. This is great.
4-1 Wayne.
4-1. Should we just not bother going? We're going to do it, aren't we?
We've been spoiled, haven't we?
We live and die in these towns. I'm hoping that Cole gets to go into the centre circle either before kick-off or at half-time to receive a round of applause for the force.
I think, Ken, that's why it was harder to take the loss on Saturday, because we've been spoiled.
Yeah, definitely.
I was in East Anglia as well the last night. Those 2 games in East Anglia we've lost.
Yeah, both by the same score.
Miles takes his wife, but you got to stop that, Miles.
Oh yes, Miles. It's every time the good lady's gone.
Yeah, I know. She said.
I hope you're not listening.
Do you know what? Do you know what? She's spot on about Sakamoto, because we were talking on the way back. We were on the train going back to Ipswich, and we were talking. And she said, "Oh, it was way better than the Ipswich performance when we played at Ipswich." She said it was way better than that. And she says, as for Sakamoto, she says it was just unbelievable. She said, I can't believe he was being kicked and pulled and pushed and all around the field, and never got any protection. Now that's Cheryl, who hardly comes to any games. She's not into football. She's only into it because of her slot, and she's backing me with all what I'm doing. And she was there, and what she said was spot on. And that's from someone who doesn't really follow the game. And she knew.
But you should leave her at home, Miles, because she's been twice now and we've lost twice.
I don't care.
Was the one that got the reason it hit.
Yeah, I know, but she, for someone that doesn't watch the game very often.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Sakamoto was being kicked around. Now, for someone who doesn't watch the game very often, and a referee and a linesman that watches a game every flipping week couldn't see it, yet she could see it on the sideline. Just beggars belief. So yeah, okay, she ain't going again because we ain't won them. So she ain't going again now.
In fairness, you gone to 2 grounds where you rarely get anything from anyway.
Yeah. Well, I've been to Norwich. I've been to Norwich 7 times, and I've only seen us draw once. I've seen us lose 6.
I've seen us win there.
Broadcast
I think it was in the cup. I think.
I ain't going again.
But it's a long trek and it's a long journey back if you don't bring anything back with you, and you come back empty-handed like we did. It's
back at 20 to 8, Ken.
What you need to do is stay on holiday in Ken and have a pitch side view. That's what you need.
Well, that's it.
Yeah. Ian Small prediction: 3-0 Cov. Wednesday have a big game Friday. It's true. Assassins United Norwich is in Norfolk.
Yeah, not Suffolk. Yeah. Ipswich is in Suffolk.
Yeah, we know that.
Well, it's East Anglia, whatever.
Yeah.
Used to be, didn't it?
Who said Suffolk?
Nobody.
I know.
East Anglia is Norwich and Ipswich.
Yeah, Norwich.
Yeah,
never going there again. Never going there again.
Anyway, look.
Here's your guess the gate.
Oh, Ian Small's gone for. He's gone for a small
No,
gate.
that's
Ian
small.
12,997. You never know. It depends. It just depends.
I think at least 15,000 plus. I think maybe more. It'd be hard. It's difficult, isn't it?
I was thinking with 16.
I think there'd be a lot of walk-ups on the day. I think. I personally think there'd be a lot of walk-ups on the day. Anyway, I think that's about it. We've gone over time again as normal. But any more comments or before we go, or is that about it?
One more coming now. There you go.
Last one of the night. David Granigan. Top contribution with your comments tonight, David. Think we need a chant for Sims. May help his confidence instead of getting on his back every week.
I really liked that one. I thought it was really catchy and it just never took off.
Andrew, Phil Taylor, Andrew, or as I call him, Mr. T. Osser.
Well, I'm sure we'll be looking on.
Assassins Unite, great show. Thanks, guys. Appreciate people watching. It's not worth doing unless people are watching.
No, can't do it without you. We need all your comments. You can always, if you don't, if you miss the show on any night, you can always watch it back on our platform.
If it rains, I'm staying at home. Unfortunately, I can lend you a brolly, Paul, if you want an umbrella.
Going to go over by that time.
Right, that's about it, isn't it? I think.
Somebody wants to say hello before you go.
Oh,
hello, Floss.
Hello, Flossie. Right, let's have a look at the weather for tomorrow then. Let's give everyone a weather forecast, shall we? So tomorrow,
it's going to blow
Tuesday,
over.
Tomorrow, Tuesday, is 12 degrees, dropping to 1 in the evening. 99% chance of rain.
Oh no!
Brilliant. Yeah, hold on a sec. Let me just see if I can get anything else.
You put the weather chart up, Miles.
Yeah.
Miles fish.
Possible rain.
Fish.
Miles fish.
Possible rain. There you go. Possible rain. So,
well, there you go. Bring your brollies.
Possibly.
Brollies. That's what I'd say. Look, that's it. Thanks very much, everybody. We're going to wrap it up now. Hopefully, we can blow Wednesday away on a Tuesday night. How about that? Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Claudio. Vicky,
right, I'm just reading the comments about my hair. It just keeps on coming.
Comments about your hair. That's
Leather Army, great show. Keep using the Timotei.
Put your hat back on. You look better with your hat on.
Got one of them Rod Stewart pillows, haven't you?
Martin, thanks very much for coming on tonight. Cheers, mate.
Thanks for having me.
Thank
Thank you.
No one's playing Sky Blues.
Thank you.
Go
And Miles,
Sky
thanks very much for popping on for your short little episode. Thanks very much. And see you all tomorrow night. There will be a live stream, I believe, providing Miles is well enough, from about, 6:45 tomorrow night outside Dillon's, I presume. So join in tomorrow and, get your thoughts on the game.
No one outside tomorrow night. They'll all be inside it. So
bring your brollies and wrap up warm. Have a good night. Thanks for listening. Thanks for all your comments. And let's hope we can blow Wednesday away. Good night. Play up, Sky Blues.
Play up, Sky Blues.
Sky Blues.
Sky Blue Fans TV, for the fans, by the fans.